if you're planning to sell your house, there's 4 different ways that you could go about getting that done. I'm Andrew Gavin. I'm a mortgage lender for all of California, and I sell houses here in San Diego. Let's talk about these 4 ways that you as a homeowner can sell your house. The first one is going on the open market, hiring a realtor, listing your house, going through that process. It's by far the most common. Second option, for sale by owner, doing it yourself. We see a lot of people try that. In recent years, the statistics still show most people that try and sell it on their own end up hiring a realtor, but it can be done. Third option is taking a cash offer, working with what's called an iBuyer. These companies became very popular during COVID in the last 4, 5, 6 years. They become a more common option for home sellers, getting a cash offer, waiving all the realtor fees, all the inspections and any work, things like that. There are some good options with that. However, it's not always the most profitable. The fourth option is working with a wholesaler. Now, this is similar to an iBuyer, but you're actually assigning your property rights to a wholesaler who will probably do 2 different things to get your home sold and get you paid. One is try and find a buyer at X price, probably somewhere above what you've agreed to sell at, or 2, they're trying to find one of these cash buyer companies to buy it from them. So, in my opinion, I believe you can always earn the most profit from the sale of your house by using option 1, going on the open market, hiring a realtor, doing any type of repairs, negotiating the sale, going through the whole process. It's definitely a longer process, but it's by far the most profitable for you. The second option that you have is you could go for sale by owner, do it yourself. Mostly what you're going to save is some money on commissions. However, there's a good chance that the buyers offer you less money than even what you might have got on the open market. And that's because they know that there's less fees involved when you sell it yourself. And this is very similar to the idea of if you've ever bought a used car and you've looked on Auto Trader and dealers are offering the car you want for $25,000 and private sellers are offering that car for $18,000. What's interesting is that private seller doesn't necessarily sell very fast, even though they're selling for much less. It's because these big dealers, like the open market for real estate, the MLS, push your home out to so many more people that they flock to that, they make the higher offer, and they buy it at market value. So selling yourself could save you some commission money, but it's not going to save you time. The third option, working with an iBuyer, a cash buyer, you're going to get 2 things. You're going to save on realtor commissions, both buy and sell side. And you're going to be able to sell it very fast. But you're going to sell it for anywhere from 20 to 40% below what you might have been able to get for it if you went on the open market. Why? That iBuyer, that cash buyer, is going to either immediately turn around and sell it for market value, willing to wait out the time, or they're going to offer you an amount of money that leaves them room to do some minor modifications, simple updates, things that most likely the agents that you've been talking to suggested, but you either didn't feel it was important or didn't have the money to do. These cash buyers are going to do those things, and whatever that amount costs, they're going to want all that money back plus profit on the actual sale of the house. So they're going to offer you 20 to 40% below what the open market might give you. Now, the fourth one, and actually this is the reason that I put this video together is to talk about wholesalers. So wholesalers, in my opinion, are going to get you the least amount of profit possible. It's going to be less than a cash offer. It's going to be less than doing it yourself. It's going to be less than going on the open market. And the way that these contracts with wholesalers are written, it could take you 2, 3, 4 times as long as even going on the open market. And you're held hostage by these wholesalers. Wholesalers, in my opinion, are not the ideal businesses to work with. They are hustlers. They are trying to make a dollar, and they're using your house as their inventory. And the way the contracts are written up, they're essentially acquiring your house at no cost, given the ability to either sell it to a cash buyer or put it on the open market, selling it through a real estate agent. And you are agreeing to sell them the home at a substantially reduced price. And you're in a contract with them, but that contract allows them to assign it or sell it to someone else. So this is by far the least profitable. And in my opinion, it doesn't save any time because these wholesalers don't actually have the money to pay you and go and do it themselves after the sale between you and them is done. They want to acquire the rights to sell your property without giving you any money or as little money as possible, and then go and make a quick buck, or for the right deal, they might wait it out and make a large profit by trying to sell it to realtors that they know or an off-market type of sale. For you as the home seller, the reasons that you might choose one of these 4 styles, if you have a property that if you have a property that you believe is A or B level, it's move-in ready, it's pretty new, modern, the kitchen and bathroom are updated, they've been remodeled in the last 10, 12 years, the yard is in good condition, it shows well, it has a nice yard, things like that. If you have a house like that, what I call an A or B level property, you definitely want to go on the open market, or you want to try and sell it yourself. You're going to get the most money. In this market in San Diego where I sell real estate, it might take you 60 days, but that's not that long, especially for additional tens of thousands of dollars in profit. So definitely can make it worthwhile. Now, if you have an older property that definitely needs work, that you're not happy with, or you have to make a life change immediately, and you can sell for less than the retail market would allow and still be profitable in your opinion, then maybe a cash offer or a wholesaler makes sense. As your agent, I would never want to put you in a transaction that is open-ended, that doesn't have an end date and doesn't have the ability for you to cancel. A wholesaler and their contracts, the way they're written, they tend to be written in a way that limits how you can cancel and allows them endless amounts of time to accomplish their goal, which is to sell it to somebody for more than the contract they have with you. So if profit is your number one concern, go on the open market. If you don't want to pay commissions, or you believe that you are savvy enough and have the time to do it yourself, you might make as much or potentially a little bit more by saving some commissions if you for sale by owner. If you need to do something and time is the most important, you might consider a cash offer. In the worst case scenario where you've just got to get this thing sold and no one's offering you a cash price that you want, and there is a wholesaler that's saying that they will buy it and assign it to somebody and get it sold for you, then you might go that route. But I think for me, wholesaling your property is the last ditch effort to get it sold. If you're a homeowner in San Diego considering selling in the next 6 to 12 months, I would love to interview to list and sell your house for you. The open market, going on the MLS, and marketing it to the public at full retail in its best light is by far the most profitable way you can get this done. If you're selling and buying another house somewhere in California, I would love to help you with your loan and get you the best rate and deal possible with your finances and funding. Have more questions about any ways of selling your house, questions about wholesalers or cash offers, please just reach out. Look forward to talking to you.